In a quiet, forgotten village, nestled deep within a dark forest, there stood an old, abandoned house. The house had a sinister reputation, whispered about in hushed tones by the villagers. They spoke of eerie lights flickering in the windows, disembodied whispers in the dead of night, and shadowy figures seen through the cracked glass. No one dared to go near it, especially after sunset. One stormy night, a young man named David, a newcomer to the village, decided to uncover the truth behind the haunted house. He was a skeptic and didn't believe in ghosts or curses. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of adventure, he made his way through the thick, twisted trees toward the ominous structure. The wind howled, and the rain pounded against the roof as David pushed open the creaky front door. The inside of the house was just as he imagined, dusty, cobweb, and eerily silent. He began to explore, moving from room to room, shining his flashlight into every dark corner. As he entered the living room, his flashlight flickered and went out. David cursed under his breath and fumbled with it, finally getting it to turn back on. That's when he heard it, a soft whisper, barely audible, coming from the corner of the room. He turned the beam of light towards the sound but saw nothing. Just as he was about to dismiss it as his imagination, he heard the whisper again, clearer this time. "Leave this place." A chill ran down David's spine, but he was determined to press on. He continued his exploration, the whispers growing more frequent and insistent. "Leave now," they warned, echoing through the empty halls. Reaching the basement door, David hesitated. The whispers seemed to be coming from below, but they had changed. They no longer seemed like warnings. They sounded almost inviting. Against his better judgment, he descended the creaking stairs into the pitch-black basement. At the bottom, the air was damp and cold. His flashlight flickered again, and in the brief moments of light, he saw something move in the darkness. His heart raced as the whispers surrounded him, now louder and more menacing. "You're too late. It's too late." The flashlight failed completely, plunging David into darkness. Panic set in as he heard footsteps approaching him, slow and deliberate. He reached out, trying to find the stairs, but his hands only met the cold, damp stone. A cold breath brushed against his ear, and a sinister voice whispered, "You're mine now." David's scream echoed through the empty house, but no one in the village heard it over the storm. The next morning, the house stood silent and still as always. The villagers noticed that David was missing, but shook their heads knowingly. No one ventured near the house to search for him. To this day, on stormy nights, the villagers claim they could hear David's terrified whispers joining the chorus of the other lost souls, warning anyone who dares to listen. Leave this place before it's too late.